Oh, crap. I forgot to record. All right, so let me give you a quick breakdown. I'm not going to start this game over again, so I'll show you the stats. Those are the good play there. Okay, so we scored. Okay, good. Hold on. I'll show you the instant replay. That was a cool play. But anyway, so they got the ball, or I got the ball, and then I threw a pick like the third play of the game. And then they got the ball, and they came down and scored. We got the ball, and I just threw it deep to Amos. It got knocked back, and Chance Smallwood caught it in the end zone. So I gave Sutton, my running back, the first two drives. I'm putting in Cunningham the rest of the game because he needs about 128 yards to get over 1,000. So I'm just going to try to get him that 1,000 yards. But here's the instant replay of that score. Sorry about that. What happened was I was recording and then I stopped it because I was doing my depth chart and then I never went back to record. So anyway, here's the play. Play action pass, throws the ball, throwing to 81. The problem is I did this play too shallow. You got to do this play deeper back. So anyway, so we went back, it got hit, and then Chance Smallwood. I mean, look, what a play though. I mean, look at that. It bounces back, and he does the 2 feet in. He does the 2 feet. He's in. Touchdown.
A touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
Yeah, defenses, we haven't missed anything. We didn't get a turnover. I don't think we even got a sack or anything. They just kind of drove down the field. Typical first drive of Madden.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. Third and 9. They send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Dolphins. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game,
I guess
you want to determine
one
which team...
lineup change, actually, a pretty late lineup change in the season. I'm starting a new player, which I should have been starting him for day one. I didn't realize there was such a gap in the numbers. And I was just getting this other guy playing time to get playing time under his belt. So Carter actually ended up getting in a trade, but he's an 87. Donaldson was the 3rd pick of the draft last year, and he's only 22. I was trying to get him some reps, but he's actually a better slot corner, and Carter's significantly better. As you see, he's only been in the league 3 years. He's only got a couple of years on him. But he's an 87. Leary's an 89. He was the 4th pick. So Carter's a guy that got in a trade. Donaldson I drafted. Tuna got in a trade, and this guy I drafted. So these guys are all good and young, but I'm going to keep Donaldson at slot. I'm going to keep Carter on the outside because I think he leads my team in interceptions as far as the corners go. And then there's Leary as the starter. So anyway, Donaldson was the starter. Carter was the slot. I've now just switched to 2, which I think is a good move.
Loses At the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the...
That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Dolphins. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Saints offense ready to get back to work. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll send him over to the left. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third down and 9. Blitz coming, he'll throw, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in those numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Now give on the ground. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. 14-7 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. You have a tight end motioning left here. Quick throw here is complete. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He's got it inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Next to score, Dolphins 21, Saints 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3, and it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense and their running back set to go once more. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's second best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll try to run for it. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16. Now a give up the middle. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
At the 38-yard line.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A pickup there of 25 yards. It's good for a Saints first down.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
Get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll start at the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Putting the tight end in motion. Will start on the ground, trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down. Throwing right, it's taken in. It's a pickup of 12. First down, New Orleans.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Motion man, set right. Oh, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Dolphins offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start out, first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
He'll try the right side this time. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! The Saints offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll look to throw here on first down. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now on first and 10. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10. They motion the slot man left. Back to the air again on second and 10. He'll get that complete to Ross. Saints going to use their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. The Saints now going to try a field goal here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints are able to get it back within a score.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
They'll come up here, first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. the air now on 1st and 10. And that one incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down. They'll look to throw yet again. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the 50, he'll set up to throw.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
The Dolphins offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running back, there is a lot of space open underneath.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Up the middle they go. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. A handoff. they try to run it here. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down. Now this time they'll look to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Dolphins. Point after, coming up here. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it has been a rough night at the office. We go through the highlights. They are really lowlights. Relentless pressure. Receivers unable to get open. They cannot connect in the passing game. It has been a night to forget for the quarterback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Throw on the run is complete. Talk about a volume receiver. That's his 90th catch of the season, and he gives his team a first down. Tight end going in motion here. Now faking the give. There's that man again. Another catch. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 44-yard line.
Receiver in motion, going right. Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Saints lining up in punt formation. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Back to throw here to begin the drop. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike,
You know, the fucking never-ending someone hitting me while I'm throwing the ball. Get the best offensive line in the league, and every time I throw the ball, I'm getting fucking hit while I'm throwing it. And there's got to be fucking 5 picks a fucking game. This game's fucking ridiculous.
Man, that was big-time ball. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far that has proven to not be the case.
Mark down at the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The home team's offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. 2nd and 11. Receiver in motion, headed left. Back to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Third and 9. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Dolphins offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. A handoff here, up the middle, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Now a handoff, running right. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong. And he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now A running play. And you'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And on the ground, they go with their running back. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line. They'll go with him again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. They'll run. And good work there by the defense. They stop him at the 9 to force 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Let's go now.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Let's do what we do. We gotta get to the ball, D. We gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving. That's good.
So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, from New Orleans, we say goodnight.
Come on, baby. Get up. 3 bucks. We don't want none of those. Let's get this thing started.